Well, hello everyone, and thanks for joining us tonight here in North America, and thanks for joining us down in Australia and all across the world. It's Friday night here. I know it's Saturday noon down in Australia. Your time to join us, and we know that it's important to you, and that's why we're here tonight. My name is Dr. Curt Ficenec, and I'm up in Fargo, North Dakota. And I'm going to be going over the compensation plan with everybody and showing you really how to make this thing work. I'll tell you, the compensation is so important because when you join a network marketing company, it's built into the cost of the product is that they're assuming that you're going to get involved with the compensation. And so if you understand it, excuse me, if you understand what we have here in front of us, it'll make it that much more fun for you. And there's some new things that we've added to the compensation plan that really make it kind of exciting. And I was just at the corporate office a week ago today, and I spent some time with Milo, and I spent some time with Tom Jr. and Tom Sr. But I sat there with Milo, and I asked him, well, I basically said, I'm not going to leave this office until I understand this compensation plan. And he spent some time with me, a couple hours going through it so that I could understand it. And then I went and I sat there and I drew it out and I practiced and I drew it out and I practiced. So hopefully I can present it in a way that it'll make sense to you. There's 8 different ways that we can make money with this compensation. And so there's 8 profit centers. And I'm going to go through each one. The first few I'm going to go through rather quickly because they're pretty simple to understand. When we get to the last one, to the wealth building system, that's the one that I want to spend some time on. So the first thing, here's an overview of the compensation plan. And this is a one-page overview, and the company will send it out. In fact, I think that it's in the back office now. I saw an email that said that you could get the compensation plan. I haven't downloaded it yet. But this is the one that I have here. It's the one-pager. And if you take a look at that, as you go across the screen, you can see that you get paid 7% over the 7 levels. And it builds as you grow. So when you come in and you're first a distributor, it's a $50 minimum PV. So for those people that are maybe just getting started in life, maybe they had some turns in their life that they have to start from ground zero. It's a $50 PV. So you can make this thing work with just having a minimum purchase price. I kind of don't recommend people do that because then when you bring other people on, they're gonna do what you did rather than doing what's the best way. And so as you look, when you're a distributor, it's $50. You get paid 3 levels deep. When you're a master, which is $1,000 in PV in your group, you can still do just a $50 PV, but now you get paid 4 levels. When you build up to what's called a master builder, it moves up to $100 PV, $2,500 in volume, and now you get paid 5 levels. When you go up to a 1-star, it goes up to a $200 PV, so you have to buy $200 worth of product. You have to have $5,000 in volume, and now you get paid 6 levels deep. When you move up to a 2-star, you have to have 2 1-star legs in your group. You have to have a $200 PV, and it's $10,000 in volume, and now you get paid that full 7%. And when you look at the 3-star, the 4, all the way up to 10-star, you get paid that 7% across those 7 levels, and you can see what the requirements there, that as you build 1-star legs. So what they're doing is they're helping us help other people. We have to build 1-star legs in order to qualify, and so really important. So if you can learn how to build 1-star legs, you can really master this compensation plan. And then once you get to that 3-star level, there's an infinity bonus that kicks in. I'll go over that a little bit. There's a check match that kicks in. I'll go over that in a little bit. There's a luxury car bonus that you can use as a lifestyle bonus. You don't have to buy a car if you don't want to. I'll go over that in a little bit. And then there's a rank advancement bonus as well. So and the first thing that I want to cover, it's the fast start bonus. And what this is when you bring in a new distributor, somebody that's new to Sisel, and you bring them in as a distributor, you get paid 25% commission on any products that they buy in their first 30 days. And the people in your upline, they get paid 3% for a full 7 levels. So we're paying out a total of 46% on the fast start bonus. And if somebody doesn't qualify, it's a true dynamic compression. So what will happen is the computer will look at it, it sees that somebody's not there. So let's say that Bill isn't there at the 4th level. Then what will happen is that'll compress down, so Mary will look like she's direct to Sue, and then the person who's actually on the 9th level now will get paid. So you can see how that works with a true compression. With direct commission, same thing. If you're not qualified, if you don't have your purchase for the month, what'll happen is then that'll roll up to the next person. So it's an aggressive unilevel payout plan, and really when you look at it here, I mean the 7% paid out with a $100 or with a $50 purchase. Yeah, and like I said, I went over that earlier. You can see that it's easy qualifications. I'm not going to go over it. I'm not going to spend a lot of time with that right now. Just 7% over 7 levels. And I did the math on this thing, and I was just sitting there. I was going, okay, so what if someone went out and they found 3 preferred customers, and they got paid 25% on that volume, and that's 25% every single month that they purchased. And if you went out and you had 3 people that signed up as distributors, and you taught them to do the exact same thing. 3 customers, 3 distributors. If you can grasp that in your mind, grabbing 3 customers, 3 distributors, and I filled that all the way out to the 2-star level, all the way down to the 7th level. And if you did that, if you taught everybody just to do that, to go find 3 customers, 3 distributors, you're going to get paid a $31,000 monthly income for doing that. I did the math on it. I drew it all out. I encourage you to do the exact same thing. And that's using an average purchase of $200 in consumption every single month. And that's what Aaron has taught us, that it's right around $200 that the average consumption per month in Sisel is right now, is about $200. So if you figure that out, 3 customers, 3 distributors, and you teach everybody to do that all the way down to the 7th level, you're going to make a $31,000 a month income. And that's not shabby. We'll just say it's not shabby, right? You might have to cut back a little bit on your monthly spending, but you can do that. So then when we look at the Infinity bonus, what I want to say on this is that when you qualify as a 3-star, you've got $15,000 in qualified downline volume. You've got 3 1-star legs. Now what kicks in is this Infinity bonus. You get paid 0.5% all the way down to infinity. Through all of your legs, all of your levels, you get paid 0.5%. When you move up to a 4-star level, it's $30,000 in qualified volume, and now your volume starting at the 8th level, what you get paid a 1% all the way down through infinity. Now, when you're a 4-star, if you've got somebody in your group that's a 3-star, what'll happen is they get paid 0.5%. So now 1% minus 0.5% on that particular leg, you're only going to get paid 0.5%, right? And so you got to remember that. So if you've got somebody that's a 4-star leg in your group, they're going to get the full 1%. You're not going to get paid that infinity bonus. So this is important for you, that you always want to be trying to strive to build. You want to build your group. You want to continue to build. You want to move up the ranks as your team is working up their ranks. And so when you get up to the 5-star level, when you look at that, it says that you get paid 1% on the 8th level, and then you'll see down on the 9th level it says 0.66. So you get paid 1% on your 8th level, but on your 9th level you get 1% plus 0.66%. So you actually get paid 1.66% from the 9th level down through infinity. When you go to the 6-star level, It's 1% from the 8th level down. It's 1.32 from the 9th level down. So you're actually going to get paid from the 9th level down. You're going to get paid 2.32% to infinity. You can see at 7, it goes up to a total of 3%. Add the 1 plus the 2. So 9th level down, you get paid 3%. On the 8 star, it goes up to it's 1% and then 2% at the 9th level. And then at the 10th level, you get another 1%. So actually from the 10th level down, you're going to earn a total of 4% to infinity from the 10th level down. 9 star, you can see that now it jumps up to 2% on the 10th level. So from the 10th level down, you're going to get 5%. 10 star, you're going to get paid 6% all the way down through infinity. I mean, you got to agree with me. That's some pretty good money when you start building an organization. I really like this infinity bonus. There's going to be some big money that's going to be paid out on this, and you're worth it. When you start getting up there in rank and you're a 4-star, congratulations, Katie, for making 4-star. She's going to get paid 1% all the way down to infinity. I mean, that is a good pay because you're going to have levels all the way down to your 24th, 25th, 30th level that in the past you didn't get paid on. Now you're going to get paid on that. On top of that, we have a master check match. So if I'm the you that they're describing here, the person that I sponsor, if they make it to where they're a master, now I get 10% matching on what their check is. So I get a 10% matching check. Now, if they bring somebody in that goes to a master, I get 5% of that, and they get 10%. And then that person brings in somebody that goes up to a master. Now I get paid 5%. That goes all the way down to the 5th level. And you can see how that all works all the way down to the 4th level, 4th generation, I should say. And there's qualifications where if you're a 1-star, you get generation 1. If you're 2-star, it's generation 1 plus 2. 3-star, it's generation 1, generation 2, and generation 3. And then you can see all the way down to 5-star. So I'm going through this stuff rather quickly because it's pretty self-explanatory. The 5th profit center is actually the rank advancement bonus. And what this is as you're building your organization, you're going to hit different ranks. You're going to hit different qualifications. And so when you hit the master and you retain that for 3 months, then you get paid that master rank. It's just a one-time bonus that you get paid for hitting the rank. And so it's $50 and $125. And you can see all the way up to 10-star, excuse me, you get paid $40,000 bonus when you get to 10-star and you maintain that for 3 calendar months. So that's a really, really nice bonus for building your organization. So everybody should strive on hitting those ranks and maintaining the ranks and doing that. Again, pretty self-explanatory. The lifestyle auto bonus, in the past we had to get a car and prove that we had a car, things like that. Now they're just saying if you want to use it for other things, if you want to save up for a vacation, take your family on a world vacation, you can use it for that. If you want to use it for a house payment, if you want to use it for your car, your truck, whatever you want to use it for. But you can see that even at 1-star, once you maintain that level at the 1-star rank, you start getting paid that $200. When you get up to a 10-star, it's $1,500. So it's an additional bonus you get paid in addition to the regular commissions and all the other bonuses that I've gone through. Again, pretty self-explanatory. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that. You can look at the slides. If you're listening by phone, go back and get a copy of the presentation so you can actually see this. So the retail commission or the preferred customers, this gets paid out daily. And I put a couple notes on here because I wanted people to know that if I bring in a preferred customer and they purchase products every month, I get paid 25% on their purchases month after month after month. But what happens is that my upline gets paid as well. And again, the way Heidi explained it to me is that it gets paid 3% for 7 levels. So it's the same commission payout as what we have for Fast Start when we bring in new distributors. Now, I did put a note on the bottom of the page. This was a question I asked for Heidi. If I take and I enroll a new preferred customer, and then I say, hey, I'm going to place this person down on my third level. Say I'm putting this person under somebody on my third level. So now what will happen is that I still get that volume. It counts toward my volume. It doesn't count toward their volume. It's not going to help them qualify for a rank, but they're going to get paid 3% on that, and that gets paid 3% there. So if I place them on the third level, they're going to get 3%. The second level is going to get 3%. The first level is going to get 3%. It's going to skip me because I'm getting the 25%, but then it's going to go up to my sponsor and the person above them and above them. They're going to get paid, and so that's how this all works. So I hope that makes sense. And actually, up on the top it says retail commission. This should actually say preferred customer, because that's how this paid. The difference between a distributor and a preferred customer and retail, as far as like the purchase price of products, there's a 10% difference. So if you're buying at retail, you're paying 10% more than a preferred customer. If you're a preferred customer, you're paying 10% more than a distributor on the purchase of the products. And so I'm just kind of explaining that to people so that they understand on that. So here's where I really want to spend some time tonight, as I want to spend some time talking about the Wealth Builder Pack, because I think that this is so important. And I've just been getting lots of calls on it, and they're asking me, Curt, how do I explain this to people? And I tried to explain it, and I really didn't have a good grasp on it. And like I said, Milo sat down with me, and he made sure that I understood this. And Milo's on the line with us tonight, so in case I explain it wrong, he's going to jump in. He'll correct us. But when you take a look at the Wealth Builder Pack, here's what it is. This is just the United States. And they're building a pack for Australia, and I know they'll be building a pack for Japan and Europe as well. But when you look at this, you're getting 4 Restore, which is retail. It's over $70. When you look at the Fire and Ace, it's retail over $60. When you look at the Age Pill, retail over $70. When you look at Sizzle Rip, retail over $70. TSX, retail $150. When you look at Super Detox, it's right around $30 retail. So you can see you're getting a good value for your dollar, and these are really all good products. Like I was saying at the beginning of the call, I use every single one of these. I love the taste of the new Sizzle Rip. As I was driving back from Utah last night and today, I was drinking those as I'm going along because I just find it tastes so good. I mean, I wouldn't mind drinking a few of them a day. And I was listening to the Facebook Live event that Thomas Thomas III did with Aaron today at noon. And if you haven't seen that, go on Facebook, go on the Sizzle International page, and go listen to that, because it describes that Sizzle Ripped in a way that it makes sense. Again, I'm not going to go over products with everybody. But Katie, if you could explain kind of a little bit in Australia, what do people need to do to qualify for the Wealth Builder right now, since you guys don't have a pack there?
Thanks, Curt. Can you hear me okay?
I hear you loud and clear.
Okay, great. So we're obviously really excited in Australia for New Zealand, which will be opening very soon, and we're waiting for a word from corporate from our managing director, who's just doing an awesome job getting everything up and running for us. So once New Zealand's officially going and all our product is being shipped out of the New Zealand warehouse instead of being flown all the way from the Utah manufacturing plant, then obviously we'll be moving to the one order form. We'll have all NFR products, and the Wealth Builder Pack will be loaded onto the system at that time, and there'll be announcements coming very soon. So we don't have the pack put together as yet, so that's still pending for Australia, but is coming very, very soon. So that was my understanding, and Milo's on the call too, so if he does jump on, he can probably clarify that a little bit further, because he mentioned that he was talking to Aaron today or yesterday and discussing the pack and putting together the products for that.
Right, so right now, if somebody wants to do a Wealth Builder, if they want to come in as a Wealth Builder, do they just build their own pack? Is that my understanding?
Well, because we don't actually have a pack, if the 300 PV is the qualifying amount, I would have to be making an assumption, and I don't want to make any statements that are incorrect on this call. So I will actually put that question to Milo if he's on the call. If he can answer that question, that would be awesome.
Milo, if you could star 6 and maybe answer that question for everyone.
Can you guys hear me?
Maybe he did. There you are. Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, perfect. Well, to be completely honest with you guys, I would probably wait until we put together the pack, because in the system to pay out the bonus for the well fielder system, we need to create a pack that this queue is related to this specific bonus, not just for the volume that somebody's purchasing. So I would just hold on, guys. I know I talked to Aaron this morning. We were talking precisely about building a pack for Australia, so he's working on it as we speak. So just be a little patient with us, and I'll follow up with him next week and make sure that we have something for you guys up there.
Okay, I appreciate it. So next week we'll update and maybe throw another slide in there so that we have that.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Thanks, Milo.
Thanks, Milo. Thanks, Katie. So for right now, you know, this will pertain to those of us in the States here in Canada. For those of you that are in Australia or over in Europe that are listening to the webinar right now, this will be coming to you. So I'd still say stay online with us, listen to what it has to say, because I think it'll make sense. And this is going to be this could be a lot of money that's going to be coming in your wallet, and it's paid daily. It's paid daily. All of this is paid daily, so there's no waiting. And if you've been paying attention to the current back office to your e-wallet, I'll notice throughout the day that you know, all of a sudden there's $15 here, there's $20 there, and so it's being updated all the time. There's new money being put in there, so this is really important. So when you look at how this is set up, it's really important to understand that this bonus for the wealth builder is set up for you, but it's also set up for you when you become the sponsor. So right now, the way the slide is set up, it's showing your sponsor and then you. But once you start actually enrolling people in the wealth builder, then you're the sponsor. You move up to the sponsor position. So you got to pay attention to that part of it as we're going through this. So I really want to stress that for everybody. So now you can see that I've done some drawing on these slides. I've added some notes over here. When you get started, when you come in and you're a wealth builder and you go out and you find your first 3 wealth builders, what happens is that you make $50 for each wealth builder that you bring in. So out of a $315 pack, you're going to make $50 per wealth builder. Now, what Sisel has done is they say, hey, if you're a go-getter and you're going to go out and work hard and you're going to master this and you're going to have this thing figured out. So again, for those of you in Australia and Europe, you're going to have some time to practice with this because you got some time to put this together. But if you do this in your first 2 weeks, when they say go, when they say that it's time for you, you can start using it. You've got 2 weeks from that date. That now if you go out and enroll your first 3 people into this wealth builder, they're going to give you an additional $50. So the $50 now rolls up into $100. So you get paid $100 per wealth builder that you bring in. And so I'm encouraging everybody, do this as quickly as you can. There's some other reasons that I want you to do this, but do this as quickly as you can. Get this done in your first 2 weeks so you can make that extra money. What it does, you're making $300, and so that pretty much pays for your wealth builder pack. If the wealth builder pack is $315 and you've just made $300 in your first 2 weeks, boom, you just paid for your wealth builder pack. But now take a look at this slide that you can see that when you bring in a wealth builder, right, your sponsor also gets paid $80 for every wealth builder that you bring in, okay? If he's qualified. And again, if your sponsor's qualified, they're going to get paid the $80. And I'm going to go over the qualification for that, okay? So like I said, right now, this bonus, it really doesn't have a name. So Milo, I named it. I gave it a name. I call it the Sisel Wealth Builder Infinity 80 bonus. That's what I called it. Okay, because you guys didn't give it a name, I gave it a name. It's the Wealth Builder Infinity 80 bonus. And you can change it if you like, but for today, that's what we're calling it. And so the qualification, as soon as you sign up your fourth wealth builder, right? As soon as you sign up your fourth wealth builder, that's what qualifies you to get paid the $80. Okay? So see how this thing works, because you're going to get paid in width and in depth to infinity on this thing. This is huge. There's multiple ways that you can get paid to infinity on this as you go out and build this thing. So watch how this thing works. Now, the you, which is you're also the sponsor in this case, but when you hit that fourth person, now what happens is that $80 that was going to your sponsor, now that goes to you. So you're going to get paid $50 plus the $80, so you're gonna make $130. So for every wealth builder, now from here on, you're going to make $130. But I'll show you there's another bonus that kicks in down the road here too. But so now you're going to get paid $130 every time you bring in a wealth builder. But what happens is that let's add the core team to your personally sponsored side of the wealth builder system. So you can see that I've circled that in blue there, and I wrote their core team. So your number 4 guy or girl, whoever it has to be, I'll probably just say guy. It's non-gender. I'm not trying to be gender specific, but I'll just say, that fourth person, when they start building their core team, what happens is that they're going to have 3 people on their freedom side, which is in the green, and they're going to have 3 people on their wealth side, which is in the black there. So what happens is that now you're considered the sponsor, right? You moved up in rank because you signed up your fourth person. So what happens over on your wealth side, okay, on your wealth side, what happens is now that $80 moves up to you. So every time your number 4 guy brings in somebody, and they go out and they bring in somebody on those first 3, you're going to make $80. So you have a potential that you can make $240 off of that on every single person that you bring in. So you bring in your 5th person, they bring in their first 3, you make another $240. When they bring in their you bring in their 6th person, you can make another $240. Okay, and this goes. Imagine it goes to infinity in width. Every time you bring somebody in on your wealth side over here on the right hand side, you can make that kind of money on that. So it's a really, really good bonus. I really like that. In addition, once you bring somebody in on that side, you're making that $130. Okay, so now I kind of messed this slide up, but I hope that it makes sense to you. So this duplicates every time you bring somebody on board. Every time you bring somebody on board. But not only that, when you take a look at it, you can see that I've drawn on here, when you can see that under your number 4 spot, you can see that on their 4th spot, you see where that pink arrow goes down, and they bring in somebody. Now, when they start building on their left-hand side, when they bring somebody in on their left-hand side, that $80 all rolls up to you on those first 3, so it's another $240. Then when one of their person on their wealth side, when they bring in somebody and they start building and they start putting that wealth side to work over there, what's going to happen is now you get paid another $80 on that. So let me just kind of escape out of this. I want to bring that to that slide so that I can show you in where that is. I'm going to take and grab a different colored pen here so you can see where I'm at. And so you can see here that when this guy right here, you can see where I'm drawing on that. When he brings in his first 3 over here, what happens is that this $80 rolls up to you here. So you get 80 plus 80 plus 80 on those first 3. And then when this guy brings in his starts building on his wealth side over here, and he puts this over here, so this is on his wealth side, 1, 2, 3 on that side. Then what happens is these first 3, 1, 2, 3 there, what happens is you get paid another 80, another 80, another $80 over here. So when you go to say his number 4 spot over here, okay, and that goes over here underneath, it's actually going down, but my screen wasn't big enough to do that. And now he builds something over here, and he brings in his first 3, right? These first 3, that rolls back to you, that rolls back to you, that rolls back to you. You get paid 80, 80, 80 on that again. And this just continues to go into depth to infinity. You can see why I'm excited about this, because every time somebody does this, this just grows and grows and grows. And you've got to remember that you're building in width here as well, right? You're going this way. And so this goes down, this guy will go down like this, and this just keeps going to infinity. And you just keep getting those $80 checks every day. You're going to look in your e-wallet, and you're going to go, oh, wow, I got another $80. I got another $80. And every day, you start building this thing, you're going to see some really good money coming back out of that. So let me go back to the slideshow from here. Okay, so now that I really made that slide real messy for all of you, you can see what I did there. But let's go to the next slide. So now what happens is when you sign up your 5th person, there's something that we're going to call the Wealth Builder Infinity Check Match Bonus. And this is another one that you want to understand, you want to see. And this is the one that took me the longest to grasp how it actually works. But once I got it, I realized how important this one is. So it's the Wealth Builder Infinity Check Match Bonus. Okay? So look at how this works. Okay? So we'll go back over to your freedom side, which is your first 3 on your core team, right? 1, 2, 3 right there. When they start building their team right here, okay, you can see that your core team starts building their core team, and then now that team starts to build them below that. You can see that I drew on here. You can see that in the yellow, the freedom side, that's their first 3, and then the wealth side, oops, hang on, and then the wealth side over there. So you can see that now over here on the right-hand side, over on that side. Does that make sense? Okay? And so what happens is that when this bonus kicks in, this check match bonus, what happens is that these guys over here, I'm gonna escape here so I can draw this out for you. Bear with me. Okay, so right here, when here's your core team right here, and then they're building a core team right here. When this guy starts putting his first 3 in, now what happens is that this guy is actually the sponsor, right? So he's going to get paid 80 on each of these, and because of the matching 50% bonus that you get paid, every time he gets paid 80. This guy does right here, your core team, when he gets paid 80, you get paid 40. Okay? You get 50% matching on how that works. So now when these guys build their team below here, right? And this guy here has signed up his 5th person. Now he's going to get a 50% matching bonus for the people when that $80 goes here. Okay, what happens is that now this guy gets a $40 bonus, and when he gets that $40 bonus, you get a $20 bonus because you get 50% of that. If your sponsor is qualified, if he has his 5th person over here, his 4th and 5th person, what happens is then he would get $10, right? because you made 20, he makes 10. So as this goes down in infinity, here you just keep getting paid and paid and paid, and it just keeps rolling up. And what's going to happen is that keeps going all the way up. And so, Milo, did I explain that properly? If you want to hit *6, did I explain that the right way? That bonus just keeps going down, down, down on these first three all the way down to infinity, correct? Did I lose you?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can now.
Yeah, perfect. No, that's right. You're right, 100%.
Yeah, so on these three, when that 80 is getting paid here, you're getting 40. When this guy, when he starts building down here, then he's getting the 80. This guy's getting the 40. You're getting the 20, and your sponsor's getting the 10. Correct?
That's correct.
And then if we drew this up here, and there was another sponsor up above the sponsor, then he would get 5, and there's somebody above that, he would get 2.5, and the guy above that would get $1.25, right? So I mean, it just keeps going all the way up to infinity.
That's 100% right.
All right. Well, you can see why I had trouble understanding that one, Milo. It just didn't make sense to me. But I sat in that deer stand all week, and I probably missed the biggest buck of my life because I knew that I had to learn this.
We did a great job with this.
All right. Well, thank you. Oh. Hang on. I got to get back to where I was. How do I do that?
Just hit the back, but there's a back arrow. Just on the.
Okay. There I go. All right. Thank you, Katie.
No worries.
And I'll go back to the current slide. So you can see there, I've made a real mess of this slide, but I hope that all made sense. If you're watching it, you won't see this messed up screen. You'll see it gradually get messed up. That's what I do in my house, too. I make my house look just like that. So let's go back to this slide now. So now, check this out. When you sign up your 6th person, now we kick in what we call the turbo bonus. And what that basically is that now the $80 that you were getting paid, that bumps up to $100. So every time that you were getting paid $80, now you're getting paid $100. So every time you bring in a new distributor, you get paid $150 because it's the 50 plus the 80 plus an additional 20. So you're going to get paid $150 for every time you bring in a new wealth builder. And again, this goes to infinity in width. But the other thing that happens is that you got to remember that you get paid that in depth as well, right? So you can see here where I did this, and hang on, I'm going to make a mess of this slide too because I like doing that. So right here, when these guys bring in their people over here, when you normally would get that $80, now it turns into $100. Over here, where this guy, where they were bringing in the $80 that we were talking up on that bonus, okay, now that turns into $100. So when you split that in half, instead of moving up a $50 bonus, now it's or a $40 bonus, now it moves up to a $50 bonus. Then it goes up to a $25 bonus, right? So you can see that just keeps going up line, all of that stuff. So when you help other people make more money, you make more money. Isn't that just, Katie, isn't that just an unbelievable bonus how that works?
Yeah, it's a beautiful system because, by helping others, you can help yourself.
And what I really like about it too, Katie, is that all of this volume that you're talking about is that every single thing here, it counts toward your rank advancement. So when somebody buys that $300 pack, it's got a $300 PV, that counts toward your rank advancement. So if you got a guy here that really goes to town and he signs up his first 3 in that 2-week period of time, right there, that's $900. That's almost $1,000 in volume that goes into your rank advancement right away. When they bring in their next 3 over here, there's another $3,000 or $900 in volume that they bring in over on that side. And it just is great for building volume. But the other thing it does is that in order for this guy to get paid, he's got to qualify, right? And this guy's got to qualify. So even if they're just doing the wealth builder, they have to continue to qualify each and every month. And when you're qualified, when you're doing that, that also builds your volume. So you're not just getting the $900 volume here and the $900 over here. You're getting a qualification from this guy. You're getting a qualification from this guy, and that and all the way down into here, all the way down there. All that stuff goes into your qualification. So I like to just tell people. I mean, I like this. I like this because it just really is another way of getting people to qualify for a bonus. And then you can see here that when you start looking at this, I mean, you're gonna start getting paid $100 right here. So you can see I've used different kind of colors there, so you can see that as you're building on your wealth side. Remember, you were getting $80. Now you're getting $100. So you can see that the red arrow's there. So that was $80 that you get an $80 bonus that rolled up to you when they built their first three. Then when somebody on the wealth side there, the next level down, you can see that when they build their freedom side, you're getting paid now. Because you got your sixth person in, that turbo bonus is kicked in. Now you get $100, $100. You get another $300 when they go do that. And then you can see in depth there that when on their wealth side, when they build one level deeper, what happens there is then again that kicks in. You get another $100 on each one of those. So again here, I mean, just kind of so I can show you what I'm talking about here. Okay, right here, right when these came in, right here, right, these you're getting paid $80 for each of these. Now when you go one level deeper over here, so somebody on the wealth side builds these, and this starts moving back over here, you can see if you've got your sixth person in, you're going to get $300 right there out of those three. And then somebody on this side right here builds that part of the team here. Now they start building on their freedom side. You can see that moves up again. You're getting another $300 off of those three. And then let's say that this guy goes and does the same thing, and he brings in his first three. There's another $300 for you, right? I mean, this is money that's coming in daily pay all the time, every time this goes on, and it goes on to infinity. I mean, after I got this, I mean, Milo, after you explained it to me, and I sat out there in that deer hunting stand, and I drew this out, and like I said, I probably missed the biggest deer in my life, but I got so excited about this. I'm sitting there, and I'm sending these slides out to people, and I'm saying, look at this. Look at this. Look at how much potential there is to build this. And at the same time, these people are getting a discount on their product with that Wealth Builder Pack. And then what happens is that they're going to get excited about it. They're going to find out how great products that we have. They're going to find that they're going to have better health. And again, this conference tonight is on the products, but they will find out how exciting these products are because listening to that today with Thomas and Aaron. So on this slide here, and this is my last slide, you can see that I drew these arrows on here. Look at the pink arrows. These are all the ways that you can get paid to infinity. These are all the ways that you can get paid to infinity. You can see as you build in with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 300, 400, 500. It doesn't matter how many people you want to bring in to the Wealth Builder system. You're going to start getting paid that $150 every time from number 6 on. When you look at the next level down, same thing there. As they build theirs, you're going to get these checks. As they build in depth, you're going to get paid every time that they build over on their freedom side, on your wealth side. You're going to get that $80 or $100 check depending on where you're qualifying at, and that's just going to keep going on, not just in your width, but also in their width, and it's going to continue in their depth, and it's going to continue in your depth. So it's really exciting to start seeing this, and really when you look at it, here's 6 ways that you can get paid on this one wealth builder system. You can get paid 6 ways to infinity. I mean, I'm telling you what, for me, when I saw this, when I figured it out, I got super excited, and then I thought, I must have something wrong. I got to have something wrong. How can they afford to pay this kind of stuff out? And then so when I was working with Milo the other day, we got Izzy on the line, and Izzy explained how it works. So the company, they're not losing money on us. This is all figured out so that there's money in there, that the products are being paid for. Sisel's not going to go belly up because they're paying us too much. They've got it all figured out. So this is a real bonus system that really, in my opinion, crazy, unbelievable amount of money that can be paid with this. So Milo, did I explain that properly? Can you tell I'm excited? I see where this thing is going to go. This is crazy.
No, absolutely. You got it to the T. Congratulations on that. When was it? Sunday or Friday? I started getting texts from Curt with drawings and arrows going back and forth. Did I get this right? Oh, no, we need to change this and that. This is how we pay. So I'm pretty sure, most of, like he was saying, most of the big bucks just walked by him and actually learned the comp plan better than we did, because he was just hammering the compensation plan while he was out hunting and sending me texts about little drawings on how to do it. So yeah, everything was great. This is a great system, guys. Very duplicatable. We can just, we've already seen the results of people that are actually doing this. And I just want to let you guys know, if you guys have any questions, I'm going to give you guys my email address so you guys can email me your questions, and I will gladly email you back with the answers. My email address is macosta@sisel.net. So if you guys have any questions about the compensation plan or the wealth builder, please feel free to email me, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. My email again is M as in Mike, ACOS as in Sierra, TA @sisel.net. So thank you so much, Doc, for having me here, and you did an awesome job. Congratulations.
Thanks, Milo. I appreciate it. Katie, was there anything that you needed to add?
Yeah, Curt, I was just going to ask the question, whilst this payout center's happening, what's happening with the direct commissions? Is that also being paid at the same time?
Yeah, so you're going to get paid direct commission. Now, you don't get paid, hang on, I don't know why this is happening, but, okay. So you get PV that counts toward your rank advancement, but because they're paying out all this extra money here, you actually don't get paid any BV on this. So when somebody signs up as a wealth builder, you're going to get paid the wealth builder checks. You're going to get the daily checks for the wealth builder. Like I said here, you're going to get $40, $50, $80, $100 checks, $150 checks every single day. But it doesn't count toward your regular commission. So it doesn't count toward the regular commission until the next month when they have to qualify again, when they have to go buy 50 in PV, because that's all you have to be part of the wealth builder system is you have to have a $50 PV. Now, if you're working with the regular commission plan, again, going back to that slide, and I encourage you, go back to that slide. When you look at that, when you get up to the $2,500, remember, then you had to have $100 in PV in order to qualify for that. And then when you got to be up to the 1-star, then you have to have a $200 order. And then at the 2-star, it's a $200 order. And then when you get to 3-star, then you have to have a $300 order to qualify. And so as you're building this thing, you're going to see that volume build. You're going to see that volume build. And the goal is that, you're going to bring in 6 people, 7 people, 8 people, and they're going to do the exact same thing. So you can see, like I was drawing with that, each one of those is $300 in volume. So every time you see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, if you see that, 6 times 3, right? That's $1,800 in volume right there. right? That's $1,800 in volume right there. And so if those 6 people each bring in 6 people, 6 times 1,800, right? I mean, you're right there. You're qualified. You've got the volume as a 2-star. You've got the volume as a 2-star.
I mean, we've got getting a few questions here, and I had the same question. Does the person need to buy the wealth building pack every month? It's just a one-off entry pack, isn't it? And then they don't need to purchase that same pack every month.
Right. Yeah, actually, you can't. You can't buy the wealth builder pack more than once. You buy it the first month for $315, right? And you can do that. Like, let's say that you came in today and you said, "Oh, I just want to try that age pill thing that you guys got." And I want to see, you know, is Sisel really up to snuff? Are they really the company that you're telling me that they are? And so that's what you do is you buy one age pill. And then next month you go, hey, I see this thing. And you say, I want to start as a wealth builder. So now you buy the $315 wealth builder. So that qualifies you. Now you're considered to be a wealth builder for life. You're a wealth builder member. You're a team member of the wealth building plan. You're qualified. That's a lifetime membership, right? That's a lifetime membership. And then all you have to qualify every single month is you have to have a $50 PV order. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's just brilliant. That is phenomenal.
It really is. It really is. I was looking at it the other day, and I thought, no way. I mean, like I said, I thought, we're going to break the bank doing this. And then you start adding up the numbers, and it works. I mean, it works. It's really that good. It's a ingenious plan how they put this together.
Yeah.
And how it fits with it.
We're getting quite a few questions on the messenger. Do you want me to ask those questions to you now?
Yeah, you can ask me some questions, and let's just see what we got.
Okay. So we've got, Bill just made a comment. Thank you, Bill DeFalco. All existing distributors from September and going back do not have to buy the Wealth Builder Pack. And then Renee said the Wealth Builder Pack opens the door to wealth. The Wealth Builder Pack opens the door to the wealth side bonus then.
Right. And so for those of us that have been members into Sisel for a while, basically, if you were a member of Sisel prior to October 1st, right, you're already qualified. You're grandfathered in as if you're a wealth builder. But not only that, I just got word tonight from Milo that what they're going to do is they're going to qualify you as if you've already signed up number 4. You're already pre-qualified. All of us that have been in, we're pre-qualified as if we signed up number 4 already. So we already can start making that $80. That $80 that comes from over there on the freedom side. Yeah, we're already qualified for that. Woo!
Fantastic.
Right?
That's great. And we've got another question here. So do they have to become a wealth builder within their first 30 days?
No. They got rid of that. When I was at corporate talking to Milo the other day, and I said, we can't have that in there. I know other people were saying the same thing because, again, there's going to be people that are going to come in and they're going to say, well, you know, I don't even know who you guys are. I mean, they don't know who Sisel is. And how can you do that? You know, you can't force me to do that if I don't even know who you are. And so I got the word from Milo tonight. That's dropped. You can sign up. If you sign up and in 6 months from now you say, hey, I want to be a wealth builder, see you in the system in 6 months. Yeah. You just buy the $315 pack. You're in. Your lifetime membership is paid.
Fantastic. Wow, that was awesome.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, Katie, you can tell I'm super fired up. I mean, you and I have been emailing all week on this. I've been emailing a lot of the people on my team just saying, wait till you see how this thing really works. I mean, because, again, look at all this volume that builds, and every one of these people, if they're coming in as a wealth builder, you know, if you've got somebody like your grandma, don't sign her up as a wealth builder, you know. Unless she knows how to do network marketing, of course. But you know, don't sign her up as a wealth builder. If she just wants to buy some age pill and she wants to get younger, sign her up as a customer or just a regular distributor, right? Because otherwise, what's going to happen is that she's going to say, She's going to go and tell all her friends. She's going to say, oh, you have to buy this $315 pack, blah, 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 blah. And then everybody's going to say, oh, you have to buy $300 to become a member in Sisel? I mean, think about all the people you're going to chase away if everybody starts saying it's $315 to get in Sisel. No, it's not $315. It's $50. You can get started for as low as $50. One bottle of Age Pill, you can be a Sisel distributor making money. I love it.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, that was awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. And hopefully, you know, everybody can see what I drew there and how I made a mess of all my slides, but that's all right. I can do it again if we have to.
Okay, great. That was great.
All right, everyone. Well, thanks for joining us. It's late at night. I know we've covered a lot of things. So you have a wonderful weekend. This is a message with everybody.